yesterday I was kind of forced to take a day off by the big guy, which is, for me, it's a new thing. I'm a super hard worker, but when the Lord tell you, nope, don't do none of that, sit your behind still, um, and I understand why, because there's something He wants to work out of me, and so I gotta let it be worked up out of my body and out of my mind and out of my heart as it pertains to how hard I'm willing to work. But nonetheless, I'm back today with permission to kick ass and take names. So, RFK Jr. came out yesterday and did the do and endorsed the Don Don. I talked to you guys about it a little bit yesterday. And I told you guys it would open up assassination season. And then we noticed while Don Don was moving around yesterday quite a few times, he was told he needed to leave a spot abruptly and go to one place. We noticed yesterday on the border, when he was doing his appearance on the border, if you really look at the images of him, he looked tired. I mean, he looked worn down. At the rally, he looked better because he had all his makeup on and everything. But when you saw him at the border, he looked tired, beat up. You know what I'm saying? And you can only imagine the level of stress that man is under when you have like literal teams of assassins trying to kill you. I think if we knew the inside baseball on everything that was going on, it would be a movie. You would be watching a movie play out. But I can see it in his face. And what amazes me about Donald Trump is this: the level of stress and anxiety and everything else that has to be hitting that man, and he still functions under it, is outstanding. I mean, really think about it. It was a month ago they tried to assassinate him. He got shot in the ear. People came out, oh, it was fake. He didn't get shot. It was staged. Man, that man knew his ear was shot. And on top of that, he knew going into the rally that they wasn't giving him the proper Secret Service backup, and he did it anyway. And so as you see him going around campaigning, the same damn people is still responsible for his Secret Service. And he's still doing it anyway. That and that alone makes him the most badass person I ever seen in my life. That and that alone, if you take yourself outside of the shoes of an American citizen and put yourself in the shoes of Vladimir Putin, right? And you Vlad, and you sitting there watching this, and you know you got to sit across the table from that person and negotiate, you sitting there saying, oh, hell. If you Kim Jong-un and you thinking, hold on, man, they done tried to kill this dude, the whole world watching it, and I got to negotiate with that? Do you know the level of fear that instills into other leaders around the world? To see a man that's got that kind of steel and grit, bruh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, he literally the 50 Cent of politics. Remember what happened when 50 Cent came out in the rap field? Like, he mauled everybody and ran over them because of the mindset that he had. You take that same 50 Cent mindset and multiply the attempts on his life exponentially by professional hitmen, by governments, by freaking advanced satellites and invisible fucking airplanes that we have that reflect the sky, all kind of stuff they're using on this man. Dude, you just gonna hit this lady, man? What is wrong with you? Let me tell you something. Tesla drivers are a-holes, man. Look at me. Look like an a-hole. You just gonna try and run over the lady because you're in a little electric car. Just stupid. Ran up on a lady and stopped at the last second. I'd have moonwalked on top of his car had he hit that lady. Yeah, I would have took the camera with me. I'd have Michael Jackson on top of the hood of his car if he did it. But anyway, imagine for a moment the things that's coming at that man. And then RFK Jr. comes out and endorses him and says, we're going to fix the healthcare system. We're going to fix Americans' health and children's health. And the deep state itself is sitting there saying, oh, hell. Because that's where their money made at, man. Their money is made. What kind of demonic hellraiser stuff is going on out here today? You can calm down, homie. It's crazy. Anyway, the deep state makes money off making everybody sick. They had a report come out that the research came out that fluoride in the water lowered the IQs of everybody, which Alex Jones is right again, but nobody want to give my man Alex his props. And so the American population has been dumbed down with fluoride in the water. And so you got RFK come out saying, no, I want to fix these things. You know what I'm saying? I want to fix these things. It makes all the sense in the world that they're scared. Guys, it's 116 people and 42 likes. I mean, it's just like, and quite frankly, I'm not a person that cares if you like me or not, but the algorithm cares. So I have to ask you to hit the button. I don't even like having to ask you to hit the button for me. Quite frankly, if you're here, some people gonna love me, some people gonna hate me. But if you're gonna be here, at least hit the button. Even if you hate me, hit the button. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I was saying. So we got the deep state crumbling. I mean, and you're gonna see it real soon that they're gonna have to fold. They gotta take a couple more shots at the man. We're gonna have a time of tumult between now and the inauguration. But they're gonna have to fold. They kind of don't have no choice. Because they started playing their hands. So they either gotta whack him and RFK and JD Vance. Because you can't leave JD Vance there after you whack Don, because JD Vance gonna get all the smoke. Everybody gonna shoot in his direction. So they gotta whack all of them. Think about it. Now that the three of them have aligned, if you whack Don, JD Vance comes, RFK comes. If you whack RFK, here comes JFK Jr. All three of them ain't good for the deep state. It's just they got a problem on their hands, and they can't really whack all three of them, because if you whack all three of them, I mean, you go to civil war. That ain't about to work out good for you. I mean, they could be like, oh, we're going to unleash the Muslims and we're going to unleash the Antifa, and that's going to end bad. So they're in a bad spot. They're in a terrible spot. A horrific spot. And the only thing they got left is assassination and ballot stuffing and ballot box stuffing. And I just don't believe they got enough ignorant people, like just ignorant followers, to follow behind Kamala to even give them enough to stuff ballots. And I think that's why you had the Social Security hack where all the people, everybody's information got hacked. So they needed more dead people in order to vote. That's why you saw the hack. Oh, the Social Security Administration was hacked and everybody's information got leaked and Social Security numbers. Yeah, you need more people to put in those voting rosters. You need more dead people. I don't even think that's going to work. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think that's going to work. So it's wild times out here in these streets. But I think America's going to be all right. I think America's going to go through some years of prosperity. And then the deep state and everybody else going to make a resurgence. Now, there's going to be certain areas of the United States that continue down the path of this depravity that they're on. Like, I fully anticipate California to continue to doing stupid foolishness. I mean, completely anticipate them doing that. And then paying a price for it, economically, socially, with crime and everything else. But now's the time for people to kind of be bold about things I mean, really be bold about everything. Um, if you was an early Trump supporter like me, you got beat up. I mean, I got beat up everywhere I went. Not physically beat up. Oh, you this, you that, you this, man. Screw you, bro. And I don't think, in fact, let me break it down for you like this. This will make more sense to you. And YouTube gonna flag this because it flagged the video. Yes, I frankly don't care at this point. Um, think about the mindset of the individuals that stood up to a $4 trillion marketing campaign as it pertains to COVID and vaccines. The biggest marketing campaign, worldwide marketing campaign ever. The people who said, I'm not doing that, is the same people that voted for Don Don. I'm talking about the biggest marketing bullying campaign ever. That's the same people that's staying in the corner with Don. And you have to understand that mindset of a person who says, wait, A plus B does not equal C. And you're not going to make me believe it equals C. You're not going to scare me into believing it equals C. You're not going to bully me into believing it. 1 plus 1, 1 times 1 does not equal 2. 1 times 1 equals 1. And you ain't going to confuse me. You ain't going to lie to me. You ain't doing none of that foolishness. That's what's behind what's defending America. That mindset. And I submit to you, that's a spiritual mindset where that person is grounded in truth. They planted in the ground like a tree when it comes to the truth. And with them holding all those people who held the line and then mocked and ridiculed and exposed and mocked and ridiculed and exposed and talked to their families, it broke that spell. And then when they came back politically with it, it broke it even more. And so you need to understand the mentality of those people. And I think the deep state truly underestimates that mentality. They're smart, they're devious, they're evil, they're wicked. But the problem with people like that is they're prideful. And that pride always gets them in the end. And so when you really look at the nature of the individuals who said, man, I'm not doing none of that, the steadfastness that they had, you think anything else that you do is going to move them. You crazy. And it was a $4 trillion worldwide marketing campaign with fear, with threats of going to jail, with threats of, stickers on the ground, family members and friends. Bro, them people badasses. I mean, mentally strong. I'm talking about a level of mental strength that you ain't finding nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't see you breaking them. Don't see you breaking them. Don't see you breaking me. So I just don't see it in any way, shape, or form. I don't. When you look at it from 100,000-foot view, I do not see it working. I just don't. I see him trying though. I see him trying everything, but I don't see none of it working. Because at this point in time, people have figured out where to get information from, and there's more people telling the truth because it's popular to tell the truth now. 4 years ago, it wasn't popular to tell the truth. 4 years ago, you were criticized for telling the truth, but enough people told the truth in order to make it popular. So now the truth is popular. So now the little lady in her car is going live stream telling the truth. Now the little in the hood, the sister with 7 kids sitting in the back of a beat up car, they know the truth. And she ain't afraid to say it. Because it's been popularized. So yeah, Deep State got a problem on their hands. And I think I want to see him destroyed. And I'm going to tell you why I want to see him destroyed. I want to see him destroyed for the crack epidemic, where they sold crack in the black neighborhoods and destroyed all the black families, because it was the CIA and the deep state that did that. Like my whole life, and this is just me talking as a black dude, my whole life, everybody be like, the white man is out to get you. The white man gonna destroy you. He want to destroy your family, the white man. And there was a little bit of truth to it. And the little bit of truth is, it wasn't none of this like that dude right there walking. He white, he ain't did nothing. A little bit of truth to it is the deep state white boys. The rest of the truth was they tried to destroy everybody. They don't give a damn about none of us. But those dudes, that's the ones that everybody need to get. Everybody need to be on that ass. And that's where we headed. And I'm excited. Quite frankly, I'm ecstatic about it. My old radio station I used to be on, I talked to the chief host of that station yesterday for about 30 minutes. He wanted me to do some consultation for them as far as like bringing their YouTube channel up to par. And I had to tell him, I said, man, I don't feel comfortable bringing you guys into the spotlight because of your philosophies. He's like, well, I don't give a damn what you feel comfortable with. We're willing to pay you. I think you should pay somebody else. Really, Jay? Yeah, really. Because let's say it was $10,000 for real. That'd have been the minimum. Girl, go ahead, big leg girl. Get away from the woods, they gonna get you, girl. Got big legs, pretty hair, they gonna get you. With the little curls down like that, with the curls right here. Highlights, and Bigfoot's gonna grab you, girl. You better be careful. Back to what I was saying, I'm sorry. Messaging is so important. I'm not about to be a part of none of that foolishness, man. Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with it. 10,000, 5,000. I don't want nothing to do with none of it. That's how important messaging is right now. And if you don't know that they dropping bread from the Democratic Party for messaging, they dropping bread like nobody's ever seen bread. And I already know what the play was. Yeah, let's get him in here. Let's get him working on this. And then we're going to see if we can cut a deal with him because he got 400-some thousand people. Nah, bro, I can't rock with y'all. Like, if y'all went for killing babies, y'all didn't stand for the Philistines running around in the streets, and Dagon running around, Baphomet running around, Baal and Moloch running around, and 350,000 children hadn't went missing since y'all opened the borders. 350,000 children, 350,000? That's a small city, man. I can't rock with you, dog. I can't rock with you on nothing. I can't even in good conscience hold a conversation with you about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to do none of that. And here's the craziest thing. They know it. They just want that paper. You know what I'm saying? They want the green. That green ain't that important to me, dog. It ain't that important. All I need is 2 pairs of gator shoes, a nice suit, and some cigars to be happy. I don't need nothing else. I'm riding around my little Explorer. I'm happy in my Explorer. You know what I'm saying? I got good tires, get good gas miles, keep the oil changed. I got enough money to keep my head bald and sexy. I can't rock with y'all like that, though. Let me tell you something. That's how they operate. Is to get you to come in. Hey man, we think you're smart. We want help. We want your help. Get you involved. Get a little money in your pocket. Yeah. Then it's build you up. No man, we never work with anybody smart like you, man. You do this. Yeah. Well, we need to work on this. What do you think about this? No, I don't think about nothing about no. I don't know. I'm dumb. I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing, homie. And then now this is the phase I'm about to go through now. The phase I'm about to go through now is gonna be, well, man, we disappointed that you don't want help. It's gonna be this real harsh tone, and it's gonna be harsh / threatening. And then that's when I'm gonna have some fun. That's when I'm gonna have some real fun. Because that's when I say stuff like, "Hey, it's better to make a friend than make an enemy. If you think I'm smart enough to help you, don't you think I'm smart enough to hurt you? Let's just establish that fact." And then that's when it's like, okay, well, we cool. But nonetheless, I should have cut this instead of biting it, because this is just putting all buku tobacco in my mouth. But nonetheless, man, that's what you got going on out here. The largest ad campaigns that have ever been run in the history of America are being ran. And so all kind of money is being dumped everywhere. And it's a feeding frenzy for that money. I mean, it's a feeding frenzy. Like blood in the water with a whole bunch of people with the poor pig's blood in the water. It's a whole bunch of people swimming. And the sharks just coming from everywhere trying to get to the bread. You know what I'm saying? A man said, bring back Radio Shack, bring down drones under $100. I mean, you can get what you need from Amazon. The only problem is they're gonna track it. Bring down a drone. And that's the thing that surprises me about, like, for example, that's the thing that kills me about the deep state when it comes to, like, people talking about the deep state unleashing police and troops and everything on American citizens. This is not a third world country where you got a whole bunch of ignorant, illiterate people. You got engineers, doctors, lawyers, civil engineers. You got too much smarts here. Your technology gonna you gonna have a problem with your technology. And we're gonna fly drones over. Just like my man said, people gonna be making their own stuff to knock your drones out of the sky, because all you gotta do is just order it online or go buy old stuff and take it apart and make it. Quite frankly, you can go to a pawn shop and get what you need to do it. That's what I don't. That's what I don't understand. The ingenuity and intelligence of the American people ain't like people in Venezuela. And they ain't like people in Peru. It's different. No offense to them, but America's always been that way. So, nonetheless, it is what it is. But I'm excited about RFK coming out and getting a position where he can actually go into and start dealing with a lot of the secret technologies that are there to help people. Because if you think about it, they rolled out Ozempic, which is a drug for weight loss that once you take it, you can't never stop taking it. But the actual higher level Ozempic is a one-time shot. The regular Ozempic they're giving everybody, you got to be addicted to it forever, and it shuts off your stomach and paralyzes your stomach, and so people are suing them. But the Ozempic that the elites take, one-time shot. Don't believe me? Go listen to the World Economic Forum. They talk about it. They talk about it in their videos. And the crazy thing about Ozempic is everybody who got off, I gained all the weight back immediately. That's if they could get off of it. But a lot of people are on it for 3 months to get off because they have gastrointestinal issues, stomach paralysis. And understand, stomach paralysis means that food just sits in your stomach and it doesn't digest the food. It's terrible. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So yeah, we got some positive things going on. Now, what I'm interested in seeing is there's a dude who got a real good YouTube channel that he touches on conspiracy stuff. I don't remember the name of the channel, but I posted him in my community tab. I popped on yesterday, look, and he was doing a video about Nancy Pelosi admitting she was a lizard person. And he did a deep dive on it. But I only watched the first 2 minutes of it. Then I saw another short video where Nancy Pelosi was like, he's not like us. We're cold-blooded reptilians. It's like, what the hell? I'm about to go look at this myself because I want to see everything in context of what the woman was saying. But I don't see why she would describe herself as a cold-blooded reptilian. That's dumb. Why would you describe you? That's like me trying to describe myself as a fucking gorilla live on TV. I know what kind of, if I'm like, yeah, I'm a 13-ton gorilla. Guess what's gonna happen? Everybody gonna be like, they're gonna make fun of me, right? Just like somebody will take that clip and make fun of me and make me go viral. Use it, please. I'll capitalize on it. But nonetheless, why in the hell would she do that? Publicly, like that. Now, and Nancy's known for being drunk now. Just in case, let's not get confused. Nancy's known for being a bit of a drinker. You know what I'm saying? For turning the bottle up a little bit. So maybe she got drunk and just told the truth she a lizard person. I don't know. But I won't go hear myself and come to my own conclusion on what it is. Sound like to me like she admitted she's a lizard. And then when you go try and find any other footage of, if she has got footage out there of her eyes changing, then Nancy might just be a lizard. But I went through the majority of the eye changing footage. I haven't seen it. But I'll tell you the one thing that I do remember about Nancy. I remember when Donald Trump was giving his speech, her tearing up the documents and her clapping like this. Like she had claws. And her hands were down like this. Crazy thing, Nancy used to be really, really attractive when she was a young politician. Now she's just an old damn hag, lizard woman. Y'all remember that? And it's crazy because it's almost like some of the stuff that these people do has a glamour spell on it that makes people forget. That'll make the average person forget what they said and what they did. Like, think about it. Let's just take Obama, for example. Obama is held in the black community like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But the only thing Obama did while he was in office, for anybody, he did for the homosexual community. Legally, like by law. That's it. That's the most significant thing he stands on. His most significant accomplishment. People will say, oh, he did Obamacare. The only people that don't understand that Obamacare is a bunch of bullcrap is people who work in an office building. They got healthcare through a corporate entity. Everybody else knew that was some bull. But the point I'm making is he's perceived as like, oh, Obama's this. No. It's like there's a glamour there. Same thing with Kamala. And I understand what's going on with Kamala right now. Everybody tried to lift her up, and they picked her up as much as they can. They held her all the way up to the convention and got her to the convention. I mean, they pushed her all the way to the convention. The media didn't ask her no tough questions. The media propped her up. She ain't really did no press conferences. She ain't really did no talks. They pushed her all the way to the convention. And that's as long as they could possibly push her between now and November. And so now Kamala gonna have to stand on her own. And if they try and prop her up anymore, it's gonna be more destructive. And so I anticipate Kamala crumbling. In fact, I submit to you, she probably gonna crumble starting this week completely. Because if they turn on the interviews, which they gonna have to at some point in time, she gonna crumble. Because if she could interview, they would have her interviewing. If they weren't afraid of her talking, they would have her talking everywhere. Think about it. Let's talk about Hillary. Hillary is a dog. You can throw Hillary on TV at any point in time. You have to prepare Hillary. Hillary, we need you to talk about the economy. She gonna waddle her old evil behind out there and just start spitting. Boom, 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 boom. Probably don't need no talking points. Bill. If Bill need to talk, I did not have sexual relationships with that woman. Think about it. Remember that? I did not have sexual relationships with that woman. Bill got the gift of gab. He can shoot it from the hip. He was dancing around all that till the dress came out, right? Michelle. Go up there, talk. Obama. Everybody know he full of crap. He could talk. None of them people was ever hidden in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Well, they hiding her. Well, that you know she weak. And that's all it boils down to, homie. So we're gonna see how it play out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see how it all play out. I saw an article on her today, on Kamala today. And the article was trying to say that she was the evolution of black women in politics. And I'm sitting there saying, how y'all just going to insult all these sisters they had like Rosa Parks up there and all these other people up there. How y'all go just insult them by putting her in the same league with them? And then I went to read the comments and people are already saying it. I was like, awesome. People already caught on to it. It's like, that's awesome. So I'm interested in seeing. Tomorrow we'll see the talking points that come out. Tomorrow we'll be able to see what their plan is. I'll be back tomorrow after brunch. And we'll see what they're talking about. It should be real easy to read through the lines of what they're talking about by tomorrow. I'm just happy nobody blew up nothing at the DNC. I'm happy that they got exposed fully. Everybody saw what they were doing. Everybody had opportunity to hear what they had to say. They got opportunity to state their case, do what they was going to do, so people can see for themselves and make up their own minds. But when you really think about it, from a narrative perspective, you had the whole week of the DNC, and then every talking point about the DNC was whisked away by this endorsement by RFK Jr. Think about it. Really think about it. This whole week has been rah, rah, Democrats, go. Go, Democrat, yay, yay, yay. We are the winners. Kamala is the best. Yay, yay, yay. Monday, yay. Tuesday, yay. Wednesday, yay. Thursday, yay. Friday, oh, hell. Now, that's strategic genius, by the way, by the campaigns. To say, let's let them have their week of high talking points, and let's hammer them all week. Then we're going to punch them in the mouth on Friday with an endorsement. Bing. And they're like, oh, we can't win. We can't win the weekly news cycle. And when you look at it, they have not won a weekly news cycle since she became the nominee. They just haven't won a weekly news cycle. In fact, I don't think they've ever won a daily. The closest thing they got to winning a couple of daily news cycles is when they came out with the talking points of J.D. Vance and Donald Trump. They were weird. That was the closest thing they got to. And they had to come out with that because really, Tim Waltz, when you look at him, that was right before they rolled Tim out. Tim really does look weird. He looks like diddler weird. I mean, just when you look at him and look in his eyes, he looks like a diddler, right? So they had to roll that out. They must have some kind of yoga convention going on out here in these streets. This is crazy. So they had to roll out the talking point weird to take it up before anybody else could call a man weird. But that still don't change the fact that when you look at him, he look like a freaking weirdo. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know where the 350 some thousand children at. And that should be. Remember when Hillary Clinton was running in the election and people were going out and getting on TV and they had the sign that said Bill Clinton is a rapist? That needs to be the talking point and the linchpin of attack on every Democrat politician. Where are the 350,000 missing children, Joe? Where are the 350,000 missing children, Kamala? Tim, where are the 350,000 missing children? I would hammer them. I would have people with signs behind the CNN news booth, the Fox News booth, the MSNBC. You wouldn't be able to do an interview anywhere at any point in time without me bringing attention to the 350,000 missing children. And you want to know why I would do that? I would do that because that's something that I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. The only people that don't care about children are single cat women who don't want to have children and abort their children. Everybody else understands the concept of missing children. You know what I'm saying? And I would say, what happened to the 350,000 missing children? I wouldn't let off of it. And if I'm in a debate with her, when she get to talking about the border, this, I wasn't the border czar, I would just stop and look at her. Kamala. I want to make sure I have your name right. Kamala. Can you tell me what happened to the 350,000 missing children that were at the border? Kamala. You're the border czar. Where did they go? Somebody saying Oprah's basement. Yeah, she probably got 5% of those kids. And that's how I would hammer them. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would hammer them. Somebody said my basement. I don't have a basement, home. In your mama basement. But that's how we hit it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that some of them children were sacrificed, bro. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. That's the scariest thing about it. I'm going to tell you something else people don't know. I think I said this yesterday. Something else people don't understand. Leadership of a nation can bring God's judgment and wrath upon a nation. So when you see a leadership of a nation instituting wickedness, where it's legalized wickedness, where they legally institute forms of wickedness, that's the fastest way to get the wrath of God to punish a nation. This is how you know a lot of them people is damn demons. When you see them doing everything that's anti-Bible, everything that's anti-God, they're doing with a smile on their face, or they trying to get you punished. They already know where they going. You know what I'm saying? They already know where they going. All right, let's get to work. I'm gonna holler back at y'all.